there's already damage to my boat and it hasn't even left the factory. But we're gonna work through it and I'm gonna show you how the boat is coming along. Yesterday I stopped at the Group Island Spirit factory to check on the status of my boat and see the damage. All right, we're back at the Island Spirit factory taking a look at my boat again today. It is, as I film this, it is Thursday, April 30th. They expect to be moving the boat on May the 11th, so about 12 days from now. There's a lot going on the boat. I'll show you that in a minute, but for now, I'm gonna show you what just arrived here a few days ago. This is my mast and boom. So all the deck gear and all the mast and the rigging and all that stuff is from Selden. They have really high quality stuff. I've really liked their stuff for a long time. So I've got two pieces here. You got the mast and the boom. Unfortunately, the boom was damaged in transport. It was not damaged on the boat or salvaging or anything like that during transport because it came by truck from Malaysia all the way around over here to Pattaya. It'd probably be 36 hours of driving, maybe longer than that. So I'll show you on the boom where it got damaged. See, it's got a big hole in it there. But they had another boom here on hand. So the reason we were using my original mast, I mean, number one, to save money, right? Because not having to buy a new mast. I mean, this thing, as everything's set up, I mean, there's probably 80 grand for all the deck hardware and everything, or probably more than that for that, but I believe the mast and all that stuff, right? Because this is an in-mast furling mast from Selden. This one has electric furling. So they didn't have any more of these in stock, so they, number one, save money, number two, salvage this one because they get it faster than getting a new one from the factory. But they did have some spare booms because this boom, the mast is in-mast furling, like I said, electric. They had a spare in-mast furling, not electric, but they're not compatible with each other. So we had to get one that had electric. So it is here and ready to go. And then my boat is over here. All the parts you see here, these are all drop-ins mostly for hole number 6. So hole number 6 is under construction right here. They expect to have this one done sometime in July. This boat is gonna be in the Annapolis Boat Show. I met with the owners of it the other day. I took them out sailing on hole number 4 in Phuket. And they really enjoyed it. They were really happy to get on it and they were really excited about their new boat, as they should be. It's gonna be a gorgeous boat. So this is like the aft seating area. This is the part of their fly bridge. This right here is my fly bridge. The reason they have it here and not on is number one, there's not enough clearance to the ceiling here. Number two, there's not enough clearance when taking it down the road because they have to drive like 20 kilometers down a regular street. And so there's not enough clearance to get the boat down the road with the hard top on. So they've got it ready here, ready to transport, and they'll bring it over here. Plus they've already done a lot of the wiring here. So they've got a camera here. So I've got closed circuit, everything on there ready to go so that I can start filming with it. I'm excited about that. They wired it all for me. And yeah, I'm excited. So then coming over here is hole number 5, my boat. Honestly, it doesn't look a lot different from last time I was here, but it is significantly different. They got a lot of people working on it right now, so I'll take you as best I can through there. But we got it all set up here, got the underwater lights, the bottom coat, bottom paint's all done. They're putting on a lot of the finishing touches, getting all the wiring done. Part of the wiring harness is already here, and so they're wiring it up now, and then they've got to commission it. They've got it scheduled to commission the electrical drive system on May 7th and 8th. So that'll be nice here. Let me take you over here real quick before I take you on board. This is the engine covers here. And then this would be my sacrificial keels here. And then, I've got all my fenders and dock lines and all that stuff right here. Plus they've got a few extra Yanmars sitting around over here. So what they're doing now, you have these Yanmars. These are the electric, so this is 80 horsepower Yanmar, and that's what drives the generator. And then these right here, I believe, are battery packs. All this stuff here would be for hole number 6. So they got a couple of Yanmars sitting here, but they've got, each of these is a battery pack, and they've got 4 of them sitting here, which go to hole number 6 over here. Might as well take you on board hole number 6, show you it real quick, see where they are before I take you on board my boat. Coming up here, it doesn't look a whole lot different since the last time I was here, but it's kind of deceptive when they're working on boats. It doesn't look like they make a lot of progress. There's a lot of details and they just kind of piece everything together. So this would be an aft cabin here, middle cabin there, and then, you know, there'll be a bulkhead right here between the two cabins. And then there'll be a so you access the middle cabins through here, you go forward to the forward cabin, to the aft cabin, then you access the aft to the middle cabin here, you access the aft cabin through that back door out that way. And they've already got in some of the seating area here. See what they got done on this side. So you would come here to the forward cabin, and then what amazes me on this is just how much space these heads have. You got big, for being a 6-cabin boat, having a head that big is pretty amazing. And then lots of storage here for the hanging locker, and then you would access the middle cabin here. Hole number 6, it is sold, by the way. All right, sorry about the noise, guys, but it's a factory, right? It's loud. So, hole number 6 is sold. I took the owners out on it on hole number 4 last week and sailed around with them a little bit. Hole number 7 is also sold. Hole number 8, and so we're looking at hole number 6 is going to be delivered in October to the Annapolis Boat Show, so it should be ready sometime July or August. Hole number 7 should be finished sometime in like October, November. Hole number 8 would be January, February, March, something like that of 2027. So if you want hole number 8, you want it in a little less than a year from now, you need to click the link in the description and you can get hole number 8. And the good thing is like hole number 8, you can still pick, because they haven't even done the mold, they haven't, you know, started on it yet. Hole number 7 is in the mold right now. Hole number 8 is not done yet, so you can pick how you want your layout to be. You know, you want a 6-cabin, put it in charter, or do you want to put it on 3-cabin like I have, or a 4 is what I would do. All right, you can see under there, they got all the mounts for my dinghy lift is set to go. They're doing a lot of the trim here. This is the aft equipment bay, so you got water filtration, water maker, all that stuff here. And then you can see all the hosing, all the clear hosing there is for the battery monitoring system, which lives right here. So that'll all be filled with coolant, and that's what cools all the batteries. There'll be 1 battery pack here. No, sorry, there will be 2 battery packs in the middle over here, and then 2 forward. Chillers will live there and there. That's the air conditioning system that'll be installed. So my refrigerator's right here, set to go in. It's gonna go in right here. So full-size refrigerator. One thing they've already done, so it comes stock. That's one of the rear-facing cameras that goes to the chart plotter. But I've got, you can see over there, I've got a camera there. I've got a camera in that corner. And then I've got another camera right there. There's another camera. And then I think I showed it to you on the bimini top over there. They've already got it installed, but when that goes up there, so I'm gonna have the camera up top too so that I can record everything that's going on. It's gonna go, so then actually my, let's see if I can pull it in here. Right under here, they're gonna, this is where the 2 of the forward battery packs are, right? There's one there and one there. And then right back in that corner there, where my server rack's gonna go. So they're running electricity and the networking cable to it. That way I can have everything recording the whole time. And it's kind of nice. It'll also like, you know, alert me to motion on the app and stuff like that. So if somebody comes on the boat, it'll alert me and all that. So it's a lot of last minute stuff going on. They're busy, obviously. There's, you know, a dozen people or more on this boat right now getting it all finished out. And I gave them some feedback on hole number 4 that I say, like a couple little things, like just trim pieces need to be touched up, and they're working on that kind of thing. And gave them some ideas on stuff to do in the future. Let me see if I can get down into my cabin. I don't know how busy it is down there. So you come down in here. You can see my networking cable in the corner over there. They're gonna run that to where my server rack's gonna be in the front and run electricity up there too. So they're just doing the final touches here. One thing they're doing is they're gonna give me the softer mattresses. You can do a soft, a hard, or a medium mattress, and I prefer soft bed, so they're gonna put the soft mattress on there. You get them how you want. It's nice, they got all the counters done here. They got them covered up mostly to protect them. And then it's really coming along. It's a nice big aft cabin here. All right, so that is my boat here. They got the refrigeration's gonna go in here in a minute. It looks like, because everything's taken apart, it looks like it's still a ways away, but it's really not. You know, they expect to be moving this thing out of the factory in about 10 days. And it's one of the last things I told them to do, if they can do it, is to run an extra freshwater line here so that I can do a wash down hose for the anchor and then for the dog pee and all that, which they're gonna try and get done. probably something I should have told them, months ago, but whatever. They're gonna try to accommodate that. I'm gonna take you down to the dinghy and show you that. I've left the dogs in the car. Don't worry, I've left her running with the air conditioner going on. So, but I'm sure they're mad at me for leaving them alone so long in the car for about the last 45 minutes or an hour, but I can't bring them in there, it's too loud and everything. But I'm gonna take you down to the other end of the factory. So they're storing my dinghy, the high-field dinghy, in the robot room. So I'm gonna go down there and I've got to do a little work on it. I'll show you what I'm gonna do to it. Merlin, how you doing? How you doing, Cougar? I left a little trash in here from having a snack and came in and it was all shredded. I guess that's my fault. They have no self-control. I was gonna work on this today, but it's hot and kind of drove. I don't feel like messing with it too much right now. Last time I was here, what I did is I glued epoxied these blocks here, so they should be nice and firm so that I can mount my underwater lights. So I wanna check that everything's will power up and the batteries are working and all that stuff. Maybe I didn't leave anything on, and then we're good to go. So I'm gonna turn this guy on. Turn the key on, and the battery is showing, 11.6, a little low. I left something on. I think I know what it is too, so I'm gonna turn this off. I left the fuel gauge connected to the hot bus, and so it's been sitting here for 2 weeks, and so it's drawn the battery down, just monitoring the fuel gauge for a while. So I'm gonna disconnect that, and then hopefully the battery will be nice. I just disconnected the battery completely so it doesn't try to drain down anymore. That way, because it's 11.6 volts, which it may or may not start as it is. Probably will, I would imagine. If not, I'll just put a battery tender on it for a little while. All right, boys, y'all ready to go check into our Airbnb? Let's do it, it's hot. So what's our plan, Cougar? What are we doing? All right, so the boat's not gonna be finished at the factory for another 11 days. And they're gonna move it. I wanna be here for the moving. It's a pretty cool ordeal. What they do is they're gonna move it like 25, 30 kilometers on the roads and all that. So I wanna be here to film that stuff. Should be some cool shots, and they'll put it, and then they'll get it to the marina. When it gets to the marina, then they'll bring in a crane to lift on the mast, and then they'll put on the keels and connect the hardtop and all that stuff. So it'll still sit in the marina out of the water for another 3 or 4 days while they're putting it all together. And then they'll put it in the water. So maybe sometime around the 16th or 17th is when I actually get to sail it for the first time. So so Pattaya here is where I am right now. It's an okay city. It's not really my favorite. It's kind of like a big red light district, which is, whatever. If you're looking for that, I'm sure you can have it, whatever. But it's not really a place I like hanging out. So I've got about 10 days to kill. So tomorrow I'm gonna head down to Koh Chang. I'm gonna try to sail around a boat or two, bring you guys with me. And another reason, which I showed you in a previous video, Koh Chang is top of my list right now for places that I wanna live when I retire here in Thailand. And so I will show you around the island a bit more and show you why I like it. It's nice, inexpensive. It's kind of the nice, quiet beach life, but there's still enough fun you can have it. So follow me down to Koh Chang in the next video. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, commenting, patrons get early access to this video. I'm about to do another podcast for them, answering their questions, doing an Ask Me Anything. So if you want to get your questions answered on the next podcast, please consider becoming a patron, patreon.com/sailingdoodles. Merlin would appreciate it, and he'll answer your next question.